Hi everybody, this is Dan Stolbarger. I'm with their Israel School of Discipleship students, and we're here at Caesarea Philippi. And I thought while I sent them off for some time of personal study, reflection, just sort of alone time with God, that I would remind you of the significance of this place. It's always been a place that I feel like we miss the point of Caesarea Philippi if we only see it as the place where Jesus asked that penetrating question, who do men say that I am? Obviously, Peter answers it correctly, and we get that statement saying, upon that statement, I'll build my church. And in the background, you'll actually see what's referred to as the gates of hell. And that idea during the time of Jesus is that water would be spewing out of that. I'm not sure if you can hear in the background, but the springs are now bubbling up underneath that, making its way down to the Galilee, kind of hooking up in the Jordan and then down into the Galilee. But if that's all that we get from the text, we've missed something very important, and that's why this place. Why did Jesus choose this place to bring those Orthodox Jewish boys that grew up in the northern shore of the Galilee? This would be the Las Vegas of the day. You can tell just by the name, Caesarea Philippi. And it's here that would be the temple worship, the worship of Pan, temple prostitute, even bestiality and all that. You can understand those Jewish boys' eyes wide open as they'd make their way around the bend here. And there they are in Caesarea Philippi. It's had to be at least a couple days' walk from the Galilee up here. So not only do we get the penetrating question, who am I? But we have to scratch our heads and say, why here? Why did Jesus bring them to what would be called the gates of hell? And it's a simple message, it's a simple truth, at least for me, is that we must never forget that Jesus, as Peter said, you're the Messiah. You're the Son of the living God. And upon that statement, Jesus says, I'll build my church. But we're also remembering his proclamation of who he was when he was at Nazareth and said, behold, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. To do what? To give sight to the blind. Most importantly, at least for me, is that he says he promises to heal the brokenhearted, to set the captives free, and to open prison doors. That's why this message was given here. I think Jesus is saying, yes, I am Mashiach, I am the Messiah. But just as important as that is, guys, you have to understand there's nowhere that the gospel will not go. We have to remember that he came for the sick, not the healthy. You know what he said about that. And so we need to be careful that we don't just sort of form holy clubs where we're loving the lovely. And so every church, small group ministry, I think has to be able to have some sort of ministry or outreach to the unlovely in order to be healthy. Now, I know you can't save the world, but I never want to forget this message at this particular place, and I want to challenge you with that. So what can we be doing? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you have to add another thing to your list. Probably more importantly, I would say understand the importance of prayer, the power of prayer, because it's through prayer we can destroy and uproot strongholds. Many people are sick, displaced, needy because of either alcohol abuse, drug abuse, or whatever it may be. And a lot of times what's needed more than a pat on the back is a concerted effort of friends and families that will say, we're going to pray for this bondage to be released. So I'm not sure what it is, but for KIers and for my ISODers, I want to make sure we never forget one of the reasons, if not the main reason that Jesus came, is to fix the brokenhearted, to heal the brokenhearted, and to set the captives free, and to open prison doors. So this is Dan. Caesarea Philippi, Banyas, up in the northernest part of Israel. So God bless you, and I'll hopefully come at you again at a different location. Shalom.